This demo is for Instant Pot Gnocchi Soup.
Hi everyone! Guess who? Instant Pot Princess here. I know it's been a minute since we've had a chat, and so I thought I would just check in with everyone. I have been doing a lot of canning, so I've still been cooking in the Instant Pot most days, but just in terms of trying new stuff, I haven't really been doing a lot of that because of the canning situation. So today I am introducing a soup since we are coming close to fall. Although honestly, truth be told, I don't need any sort of reason or season to eat soup. People that know me know that I'll eat salad in winter and I'll eat soup in summer. It doesn't matter, but I really love soups, and it's always a little bit more special as we get into the fall and winter season. So this is a good opportunity for me to introduce gnocchi soup. And it's not that creamy gnocchi soup that there are a number of recipes online that you can find it. I may or may not do that in the future, but this one is the more tomato base. So we're looking at ground meat or sausage along with some tomatoes and gnocchi. I'm using gluten-free gnocchi in this recipe, just again because my husband has to have gluten-free. But it really doesn't matter. Gluten is fine in this recipe if you use the gluten version. Since it's just potato based, the gnocchi is taking the place of potatoes in soup. So you won't need potatoes, you just need the gnocchi. I'm using a shelf-stable version. You can find some in freezer sections that is not the shelf-stable version, but I'm using the shelf-stable version, and we'll see how this turns out.
In addition to your 6 or 8 quart Instant Pot, you will need something to stir with. You will also need something to break up meat, and those may be one of the same, something to serve with as well. In addition to that, you will need a knife, teaspoon and half teaspoon, can opener for your tomatoes, gloves if you like to use them. You'll need a cutting board as well. Also going to need a cup measure, a liquid cup measure, and a dry cup measure. For ingredients, you will need about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. Also for meat, you will need ground meat of some sort. You can mix it up. You'll need 1.5 pounds. I took 1/2 pound of sausage meat mixed with some pork and beef. You will also need 1 cup of chopped onion, which is just about 1 medium onion, a teaspoon or so of crushed garlic, 3 or 4 large mushrooms. You can see how large these are here. I used about 3. 1 regular sized can of diced tomatoes, 2 cups of water, 4 cups of broth, or you can make it 6 cups of broth. I'm using 2 250 gram packages of the gnocchi. Also, depending on how much sausage you're using, which may be salty, 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. I used 2 teaspoons and I like salty. So also 1/2 teaspoon of pepper or more, and 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Then you will need 2 cups of spinach. That's 2 cups of spinach that's stuffed into a 2-cup measure. And then of course, top it off with Parmesan cheese. I really like this Parmesan cheese from Costco. So first up, get your Instant Pot onto the saute option and press start so that it starts heating up. Add in your oil of your choice. Olive oil is really great. I'm using garlic infused olive oil here. Then get your onion chopped up, your garlic chopped up or crushed, as well as your meat prepped to be added to the Instant Pot now. Once your onion is chopped and you've got about a cup of it, add it to the Instant Pot and also add your 1.5 pounds of ground meat. I'm not using any garlic, but if you are using garlic, add it in now as well. Next, start breaking up your meat as it starts to brown with the onions, and if you've got one of these handy tools, they're really great. I got mine years ago from Pampered Chef, but they also sell them on Amazon. Now just prepping for the rest of the recipe, taking lid off the can of tomatoes, and do keep breaking up the meat, but not too much, because for this recipe we want to have larger chunks of meat. And now I'm going to chop up the mushrooms. I'm hiding the mushrooms in this soup because my husband doesn't like mushrooms, so I am chopping them as fine as I possibly can. How you chop them is really up to you. Okay, hit cancel on your Instant Pot and we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients. But just make sure that your meat is broken up into larger chunks, because there's going to be no more opportunity to break that up now. Unfortunately, the next segment where we add in all the rest of the ingredients didn't get recorded, so I'm going to walk you through it right now. Add in your can of tomatoes and mix it all around with the meat and onions. Then take all of your broth and water, add them, so that's 4 cups of broth of your choice and 2 cups of water. Then add in your seasonings. We need 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Then I added in 2 teaspoons of salt and a ½ teaspoon of pepper. Once that's all added, give it a good stir and then start adding in the gnocchi. Separate the gnocchi if they're stuck together and just drop them on top. We don't want to mix it after that at all, because we don't want gnocchi at the bottom. Put your lid on, secure it, make sure that the valve is set to sealing, not venting. And then set your pressure cook setting for exactly 3 minutes. Okay, press start, and then let's get the spinach and cheese ready for the next step. Stuff as much spinach as you can into a 2-cup measure, and then get your cheese ready for the topping. Once your timer goes off, give it a 5-minute natural pressure release so the juices don't come screaming out of that top. Then vent it for the remainder, and when the pin drops, open it up. And this is what you should see, your gnocchi floating to the top. That means they're done. It's beautiful. They will then start dropping to the bottom, but this is a really good sign, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. When you touch them, they should be nice and light and fluffy. Now add in the 2 cups of spinach and gently stir it into the pot. We don't want to break up the gnocchi, but still need to get that spinach down underneath so that it wilts. Before closing the lid, check for your salt and pepper situation, give it a taste, and then add any more salt and pepper that you need. Then close the lid and let it sit for about 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I think I've died and I've gone to heaven. So all I did was just check to see if there was enough salt and pepper in there, and just that little bit that I had on the spoon was so good. So I'm super excited. Let's get this thing dished up.
Okay, it's a debate between the chicken tortilla soup and the gnocchi soup, but we can confidently say that this is the best beef-based soup that we've ever had. I hope you enjoy.